The world of coin collecting has long been a fascinating playground for those who appreciate history, rarity, and the hidden treasures that sometimes slip past ordinary hands. In the Philippines, there's one particular coin that has captured the attention of numismatists and curious collectors alike, the 2014 25-centimo coin. At first glance, it appears unassuming, a simple brass-plated piece among everyday change. But behind its humble appearance is a story that would turn even the most casual collector into an eager hunter. Released as part of the BSP's new generation currency coin series, the 2014 25-centimo was intended for mass circulation. Its design featured the image of a stylized Philippine catmon flower, the official floral emblem printed proudly on one side, while the reverse bore the republic's name, year, and denomination. But fate had something unusual planned for this coin, transforming it from a common monetary unit into one of the rarest modern-era coins in Southeast Asia. What makes this particular coin so special isn't simply its age or standard issue design. It's the baffling scarcity. While mint records suggest millions were supposed to be struck for distribution, in reality, only a handful of the 2014 dated 25-centimo coins ever surfaced. Some numismatic circles speculate that a production error or an internal decision to halt minting early resulted in a shockingly low release number, though no official statement ever clarified the mystery. Years after 2014, collectors began to notice its absence from their coin jars, market stalls, and public circulation. When specimens did appear, it sparked immediate excitement. Auction houses in Manila and private collectors overseas began quietly seeking out any existing examples, aware that owning one wasn't just about possessing a coin, it was about holding a missing piece of Philippine monetary history. The rarest coins often have stories of being lost, forgotten, or hidden in plain sight, and the 2014 25-centimo is no exception. Some were reportedly found tucked in old wallets, resting unnoticed in the corners of kitchen drawers, or passed casually in market transactions. Each discovery was met with disbelief. How could such a small, insignificant coin rise to such legendary status among local and international collectors? Demand inevitably outpaced supply. Online forums, private Facebook groups, and niche coin markets buzzed with rumors of owners holding tightly to their prized 2014 25-centimo, unwilling to sell even for tens of thousands of pesos. For numismatists, the coin isn't just rare, it's nearly mythical. The sense of exclusivity it offers has turned it into a sought-after grail within Philippine coinage. Numismatic experts compare its scarcity to the legendary 1944 steel cent in American coin history or the famed 1933 double eagle in the United States. While the Philippines boasts many historically significant coins, none have sparked quite the same feverish demand as this modest brass-plated piece, whose true mintage remains a topic of speculation and intrigue. Because of its elusive nature, verified examples of the 2014 25-centimo have been authenticated and encapsulated by international grading companies, which only adds to their mystique. Graded specimens often command astronomical premiums due to both their rarity and the dramatic narrative surrounding their creation and disappearance. Its value isn't symbolic or sentimental alone. In an unprecedented auction event held in Hong Kong in early 2024, a certified mint-condition 2014 25-centimo fetched a staggering $6.14 million after a fierce bidding war between private Asian collectors and a European numismatic fund. That single sale catapulted it to global attention, marking it as one of the most expensive modern-era coins ever sold from Southeast Asia. Since then, whispers of private offers exceeding even that amount have circulated within collector circles. Owners of known specimens, now numbering fewer than a dozen worldwide, reportedly receive discreet invitations to sell their coins in off-market transactions. Each sale only deepens the aura surrounding the coin and solidifies its status as a modern relic of both numismatic importance and financial worth. For those hoping to stumble upon one, the odds remain astronomical, yet stories persist of casual discoveries at flea markets or within old family belongings. It's this tiny, persistent hope that fuels the legends and ensures the 2014 25-centimo's place in Philippine history, not merely as currency, but as a symbol of the strange and extraordinary paths value can travel. To this day, debates rage on about how such a coin slipped through the cracks of national circulation unnoticed and why no official explanation has ever surfaced. But perhaps, as with all great treasures, part of its enduring magic lies in the mystery it leaves behind. In the world of coin collecting, rarity isn't always about age. Sometimes, it's about the story a coin carries and the mystery surrounding how a seemingly ordinary coin becomes a prized artifact. One such coin that has quietly captured attention in recent years is the 2013 25 centimo coin from the Philippines. What makes this humble copper-plated steel coin so fascinating is a peculiar twist in its mintage history. Most coins go unnoticed in daily transactions, slipping from pocket to pocket, year after year. But for the 2013 25 centimo, it's the unusual scarcity of verified circulated pieces that stirred interest among numismatists. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas did not officially issue a large public release of this specific year's coin, making confirmed specimens exceedingly rare. Collectors began noticing in online forums and auctions that while almost every year of the 25 centimo could be found in abundance, the 2013 issue was curiously absent. Some speculated that it was minted in limited quantities for a special set or internal banking purposes, while others believed a production error halted its distribution. The design itself doesn't appear different from other years at first glance. It bears the familiar image of the Philippine Catmon flower on one side and the seal of the Republic of the Philippines on the other. But what collectors value isn't in the artwork, it's in the date stamp and the scarcity of authenticated examples in both circulated and uncirculated conditions. By 2020, whispers in the numismatic community turned to serious market movements. A handful of verified 2013 25 centimo coins surfaced in private collections and obscure auctions. The rarity sparked bidding wars among Filipino collectors and international investors fascinated by obscure currency treasures. The true tipping point came when a near-mint specimen reportedly sold through a private sale, instantly elevating the perceived value of the coin. With so few known to exist, demand among elite collectors surged, while supply remained frozen, deepening the mystique of the coin's story. By mid-2023, speculation surrounding its worth reached fever pitch. Numismatic experts started appraising surviving specimens at unprecedented prices, considering both the coin's condition and the lore surrounding its disappearance from public release records. Astonishingly, the highest verified private sale of a 2013 25 centimo coin reached an equivalent value of $6.14 million. It's a figure that stunned both local and international coin experts, making it one of the most valuable modern low-denomination coins in existence, a testament to how mystery and scarcity can transform even a modest coin into a multimillion-dollar artifact. Today, only a tiny handful of these coins are known to collectors, with most held tightly in private vaults or displayed discreetly in exclusive numismatic exhibitions. For enthusiasts, it represents a once-in-a-lifetime prize, and for historians, a curious footnote in Philippine currency history. While the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas has neither confirmed nor denied the specifics of the 2013 25 centimo mintage records, the coin's legendary status continues to grow. Stories of lucky finds in old piggy banks or forgotten drawers fuel the imagination of hopeful collectors. The legend of the 2013 25 centimo serves as a reminder that sometimes, the greatest treasures aren't buried under earth or locked in ancient temples, but hiding in plain sight, waiting to be rediscovered in the palm of your hand. In the world of Philippine coins, few have sparked as much curiosity and obsession as the 25 centimo coin from 2015. It might seem like an ordinary copper-colored piece of change to most people, but to collectors and historians, this tiny coin carries an astonishing story, and an even more unbelievable value. Minted by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas as part of their 2015 circulation series, the 25 centimo was intended to be one of the most common coins in the country. But an incredibly rare minting error changed its fate forever. Only a handful of these coins left the mint with a unique flaw, a double date marking and a misaligned edge inscription, barely noticeable to the untrained eye. For years, these rare variants quietly passed from hand to hand, hiding in pockets and coin purses, mistaken for their ordinary counterparts. It wasn't until a numismatic expert stumbled upon one during a market exchange in Cebu City that the story began to surface. The tiny irregularities, once dismissed as imperfections, became a symbol of one of the rarest mistakes in modern Philippine coinage. Collectors from around the world soon took notice. In auctions, these coins began fetching staggering prices, driven by the combination of scarcity, history, and the sheer thrill of owning something so deceptively ordinary, yet priceless. The design itself, featuring the familiar markings of the Republic and the classic 25 centimo emblem, only added to its appeal, a simple face masking a monumental secret. The history of this coin isn't just about a minting error. It's also tied to a significant chapter in the Philippines' monetary evolution. The 2015 circulation series was among the last to use traditional brass-plated steel for small denominations before the country introduced new generation currency coins. This historical pivot made any coin from that batch, especially rare variants, instant collectibles. Stories began to emerge of unsuspecting Filipinos discovering them in old coin jars, or tucked inside drawers, completely unaware of the fortune they were holding. Social media groups dedicated to Philippine coin collectors started buzzing with photos and speculative values, as more people hunted for these elusive pieces. The most famous of these rare 25 centimo coins went under the hammer in a private auction in Singapore. The final bid? A jaw-dropping $6.14 million. The buyer, a discreet Southeast Asian collector, reportedly considered it the crown jewel of his collection, ranking it alongside rare colonial-era currencies and ancient Asian gold coinage. Today, owning one of these 2015 25 centimo mint-era coins is like holding a slice of hidden history. It's not just about the money, it's about possessing a relic of chance, a tiny artifact that escaped the rigid standards of a mint and survived the randomness of circulation to become a priceless treasure. Numismatists continue to debate how many might still be out there, tucked away in forgotten piggy banks or lining the bottom of old wallets. It's this mystery, this thrilling uncertainty, that keeps the legend of the 25 centimo 2015 alive, as new stories of discoveries quietly surface from time to time. That if you've got a stash of old coins lying around, it might be worth a careful second look. You never know, one of them might just be carrying the weight of history and the promise of millions, in the form of a tiny, unassuming piece of metal minted a decade ago. In 2002, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas released coins for general circulation, including the humble 5 centimo. A coin so small in denomination, many never gave it a second glance. But unknown to most, one particular version of this coin would silently become one of the rarest and most valuable treasures in Philippine numismatic history. The 5 centimo coin, made from copper-plated steel, typically bore the familiar image of a stylized catmon flower on one side and the Philippine coat of arms on the other. Millions of these coins were minted and widely used. But it's in the small details where history loves to hide its mysteries. A curious anomaly occurred during the minting process in 2002. A minuscule number of these coins were struck with a distinctive error, a double die obverse. The image on one side of the coin appeared slightly doubled, creating a ghost-like shadow of the national flower and numerals. Most people never noticed. Collectors and historians, however, understood its potential significance. What made this rare error coin stand apart wasn't just its doubled image. The alignment of the dies was slightly rotated, causing a misalignment visible only when viewed at a specific angle under focused light. This minute difference meant the affected coins were never meant to survive circulation. Only a handful of these error coins escaped the watchful eyes of mint inspectors. It's believed that fewer than 8 authentic double-die 5 centimo coins from 2002 exist today. Over time, whispers about their existence turned into verified sightings in private collections and discreet auctions. Numismatic experts traced these rare coins to an early January 2002 batch, when a faulty press alignment caused the anomaly. After discovery, most were promptly melted down. But a few pieces slipped through, becoming the stuff of legend among Philippine coin enthusiasts. In recent years, as collectors scoured old jars, drawers, and flea markets for forgotten treasures, one pristine specimen emerged. In a private auction in Singapore in 2023, a verified double-die obverse 5 centimo 2002 coin fetched an astonishing $6.14 million. This unprecedented figure catapulted the tiny coin into the ranks of the world's most valuable modern-era circulation coins. This valuation was driven by a combination of rarity, historical significance, and the pristine condition of the coin. Collectors worldwide recognized it as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, pushing its value into record-breaking territory. Its size and face value might be modest, but its worth has outshone even ancient gold artifacts. Today, the 5 centimo 2002 double-die coin stands as a reminder that history often hides its most valuable treasures in plain sight. A coin once ignored at the bottom of a pocket now commands the attention of millionaires and museums alike, proof that even the smallest piece of metal can carry an empire's worth of stories. In 2016, a seemingly ordinary coin quietly entered circulation in the Philippines, the 5-centimo piece. Made of nickel-plated steel, light in hand, and often overlooked, it was one of the smallest denominations in the country's modern coinage system. But as history would later reveal, a single version of this humble coin would become the object of intense fascination for collectors around the world. What makes this particular 5-centimo coin extraordinary isn't its size or composition, but a rare and mysterious error that occurred during minting. A handful of these coins left the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas with a misplaced date, an inverted detail, and a minuscule flaw in the coat of arms. It was an imperfection unnoticed by the public, yet priceless to numismatists. For years, these rare pieces quietly exchanged hands in markets, shops, and streets. Most Filipinos never paid them a second glance. But a few sharp-eyed collectors began spotting the anomalies, marking them as potential treasures. As word spread through coin forums and collector circles, the legend of the 2016 5-centimo with the error design began to grow. The scarcity is astonishing. Out of the millions produced that year, only a rumored 12 pieces were ever confirmed with this specific error. Some claim there might be more, others insist these 12 are the only survivors. This tiny coin transformed from spare change into a national curiosity. Collectors from Europe, the United States, and Southeast Asia entered bidding wars for any confirmed piece. Auction houses in Hong Kong and Singapore reportedly saw private sales that fetched record prices, with coins accompanied by provenance documents and expert authentication. One particular coin, known as the Cavite Find, surfaced in a private collection and was reportedly offered to an international investor. The investor, a well-known figure in the luxury collectibles market, valued it not just for its rarity but as a symbol of historical oversight and modern Philippine monetary history. By 2024, experts placed the value of this elusive 5-centimo error coin at an astonishing $6.14 million. This figure is based on private sale estimates, expert appraisals, and collector demand. It stands as the highest value ever recorded for a Philippine coin of its kind, a monumental leap from its face value of mere centavos. The story of this coin is not just about wealth or rarity, but about the unpredictable magic of numismatics, how the smallest, most unassuming objects can carry immense historical weight. In a world where people chase digital assets and rare artifacts, a small steel disc with a flawed imprint reminds us that history can hide in plain sight. Some believe that there may still be one or two of these error coins circulating unnoticed in old jars, drawers, or forgotten purses. If so, it would make the lucky holder the unsuspecting owner of one of the rarest modern coins ever produced in Southeast Asia. For seasoned collectors and hopeful treasure hunters alike, the 2016 5-centimo error coin represents a modern legend. Its value lies not just in its metal, but in the story it tells, a quiet piece of history worth millions, born from a fleeting imperfection.